We now move, it's going quite smooth. I hope we could finish all day today. We now move on to item 4, summary records of the 17th session of the committee. I give the floor to ADG to present this item.
Yes, I will speak in Spanish, so put your... Thank you, Mr. Chairperson. En aplicación del artículo 45 del reglamento del Comité Intergubernamental, el documento 4 del presente presenta un acta resumida de la 17ª sesión del Comité. Esperamos que ofrezca un resumen fiel de las intervenciones hechas durante esta sesión por todos los miembros del Comité y los observadores. Las grabaciones de las discusiones están disponibles en la página web de la 17ª sesión del Comité. Gracias, señor presidente.
Thank you, ADG. I open the floor to members of the committee. Does anyone wish to take the floor? Can we then move on to draft decision 18.com4, which appears on the screen before you? And can we then adopt draft decision 18.com4? I see no requests for the floor. I therefore declare decision 18.com4 adopted. Before opening the next item on our agenda, allow me to take this opportunity to present to you the outcomes of the Bureau meetings held since the last committee session. Dear colleagues, members of the committee, as decided by the committee, the Bureau of the 18th session of the committee is composed of the following members. Vice chairpersons are Switzerland, Slovakia, Peru, Bangladesh, and Morocco. And the rapporteur is Ms. Eva Kuminkova of Czechia, and of course myself as your chairperson. I would like to first thank you all, members of the committee, for electing me as chairperson of the 18th session of the committee. Allow me to also seize this opportunity to sincerely thank my colleagues of the Bureau for their active participation, hard work, and spirit of cooperation throughout the year. Thanks to their help, we were able to examine and decide on a number of important issues. It has been my pleasure to work with them and with members of the Secretariat. According to the rules of procedure of the committee and the operational directives of the convention, the committee entrusts the Bureau with significant tasks and responsibilities. We had 3 meetings in this year on the 22nd of March, 5th of June, and the 2nd of October. The Bureau examined 13 international assistance requests up to $100,000, all of which were granted respectively to the following countries: the Bahamas, Botswana, Cameroon, Central African Republic, Mali, Mauritania, Nicaragua, Peru, Rwanda, South Sudan, Togo, Uganda, and Uzbekistan. These requests represent a total amount of 1.3, if the exact figures is $1,292,756 that is granted from in the Intangible Cultural Heritage Fund. Projects aimed at safeguarding living heritage practices, developing community-based inventories, strengthening of heritage policies, and building national or local capacities for implementing the convention. Furthermore, the Bureau examined 4 emergency assistance requests, all of which were granted. These were for Ethiopia, Romania, Slovakia, and Haiti to the Register of Good Safeguarding Practices. And this request was granted to Mongolia for a total amount of $8,340. This year was particularly encouraging since we had many first-time applicants among the state parties, with 9 new benefiting states. In addition, 11 projects were granted to African countries, 2 to SIDS in line with UNESCO's global priorities. Please join me in congratulating the state that has been granted financial assistance this year and wish them successful safeguarding of their living heritage. Finally, the Bureau coordinated the venue of this session. Based on the consultations with the committee members, the venue was changed from Gaborone to Kasane to Republic of Botswana, giving my country the honor to welcome you all here this week. Dear members of the committee, allow me to point out at this stage that the committee will need to elect the new Bureau members at the end of this session. I would like to encourage all members to start consulting amongst their respective electoral groups to identify their Bureau members for the next year, as well as identify a rapporteur. Before I open the floor for comments, I would like to underline that transparency continues to be an important guiding principle for the organization of the meetings of our Bureau. As was the case in the past 2 years, and in accordance with recommendation 69 of the Open and Open Working Group on Governance, the Secretariat asked the Bureau members to communicate the date and venue of each Bureau meeting within their respective electoral groups. Furthermore, the agenda, documents, and decisions of each Bureau meeting of the committee of this convention are published online and available for consultations. In addition, the Secretariat shared the decisions of the Bureau with all Bureau members of the Bureau. I will briefly open the floor for comments, questions, or clarifications with regard to what I have just presented. Does anybody wish to take the floor? There are no decisions for this report. We are therefore ready to move to our next item. Thank you very much.